Genetic engineering is a new type of science that involves the altering, adding, and removal of genetic structures. This new science introduces the world to many life-changing benefits that could potentially save and help lives. Curing diseases like Alzheimer's disease could become a reality. In fact, scientists theorize that with genetic engineering, they can remove the gene that causes the buildup of the plaques, which will create a good cure for the disease. This could also become a cure for other incurable and deadly diseases. A cure for a deadly disease like Alzheimer's has been desired for years. However, according to Paul Arnold, genetic engineering can only just delay disease progression and not actually cure it. There are no certainties whether or not another gene could be responsible for causing the disease. If it were to work, with these deadly diseases being cured, survival rates will drastically increase. Therefore, this cure will also increase the life expectancy of the average human being. Also, with less people dying, the world population will increase, which will cause overpopulation, a fear that has been around for years. With genetic engineering, scientists will be able to design babies to a person's request by adding desired traits to their child when using an embryo. This way, parents will be able to determine what their child will be interested in and how they will behave. However, it has been proven that each gene has more than one effect. Therefore, removing or adding genes has an unpredictable effect. The fact that the effects are unpredictable raises the question on whether or not the risk is worth it. There is a possibility that a gene being removed could be linked to another gene that is essential for the body, or the addition of the gene could contradict another gene to cause a bad reaction. It has been said that this process could make the embryo non-existent. Also, with a new gene being introduced to a new area, the immune system would recognize the gene as a foreign bacteria and attack it. The inserted gene will look as if it is a pathogen that could cause harm to the body. Genetic engineering is also estimated to cause inflamed and infected body parts if the gene is placed wrong or has a negative reaction. Cancer and tumors are also possible effects that inserted genes could cause. Stuart A. Newman proclaims that an improperly placed gene can lead to extensive perturbation of development. This means that a genetically engineered embryo could have undeveloped or premature areas of its body. When adding a gene, scientists will need to copy an original by using cloning. Cloning in general is one of the most controversial topics. This process is seen as immoral and unnatural, since it isn't the natural birth. Cloning also disagrees with many religious beliefs and ways of life. Although it can be used to copy healthy genes, there are many risks and uncertainties. For example, identity theft could become more common in society. A tiny piece of DNA could be enough to carry out this crime. Just one piece of DNA, like hair follicles or saliva, can be enough to copy your identity. This will be a hazard to society, which will result in increased law enforcement regulations and a threat of mass production. Our world could become a more dangerous place with our identities being something that we have to share. And with these genetic engineered people, there is also a division in society between the natural born and the genetically enhanced. The reason for this division is that genetically enhanced will be given the best opportunities since they have this advantage over their competitors. This world already has a challenge for kids to fit in. Genetic engineering can make this a bigger challenge because those who were naturally born could be automatically outcast in society. Also, how much will genetic engineering cost? Will only the most privileged ones in society be able to benefit from this technology? The average middle-class family could one day not be seen as the average family. Money could be the cause of a divided world. With the natural-born child will have to work even harder to succeed in the world. Education standards could be higher, which will make getting into college even harder than it already is. This can cause more stress and more high school dropouts. Right now in the world, there is equality. Everyone has an equal opportunity and no unfair advantages towards education and things like sports. With genetic engineering, this could change and nothing could be fair. Other than the question about how much this process could cost, there are too many questions that are left unanswered. There are unanswered questions that concern our health and how genetic engineering could affect it. There are also uncertainties whether the science is safe for humans. In conclusion, genetic engineering is a great scientific advantage that could one day impact society in a positive way, but there are too many risks that need to be taken into consideration before the discovery is brought into our world.
created using PowToon.